Well, hello, my friend, and thank you for joining me as we continue our journey in discovering more and more about the Lord every day. So today I want to talk to you about the Lord as our incarnate conversation. I'm going to take you back to one of the greatest aha moments in my life when I discovered this. By the way, incarnate just means how God became flesh to dwell among us. He put on his genes to come and hang with us. But I was at a global mission conference in New York City many years ago now. And prior to that, for a year, I had been in an email conversation with 7 theologians. We had all been tasked with coming up with theological foundations for a movement we were part of. And I was posing questions to the British theologian in particular. This is a man who studied at Oxford, and C.S. Lewis was his mentor. So I felt like Mickey Mouse in comparison. That's why I was asking so many questions. But he seemed to dance around the topic and dance around the questions and never really answer them directly. And I was getting frustrated, but I thought, well, when I meet him in New York and I sit in on his sessions, I'll begin to understand. So we did meet in New York. I introduced myself. He said, "Oh, you're that long-winded American with all those questions, you know." Well, yes, sir, that would be me. "Oh, well, are you coming to my session?" "Well, yes, I am." "Well, good. And so there I was. And you know what? He danced all the more around the topics and around the questions. So I asked him to lunch afterwards, and he was gracious to say yes, and we went and sat down, and I asked him these questions more directly. And after about 15 minutes, as I saw him, in my mind, continue to dance around the topic, he stopped and he said, "Well, wait a minute, Mark, do you know what it says in John 1:1? I said, "Well, yes, sir. You know, in the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us," verse 14. He said, yes, very good. "But do you know there's an additional rendering for the Greek word logos, which we usually see as word?" I said, "No, sir, what is that?" And when he told me what it was, oh my goodness, the floodgates just opened. He said, "Conversation." And in my mind, in the beginning was the conversation, the Godhead, pre-eternity, in eternity past, pre-creation. And he became flesh and dwelt among us. My goodness, he's in an ongoing conversation with us now. Yes, that's right. And he's eternal. He's infinite. We cannot grasp it. No. So when we get together, we just kick the can down the road a little bit as we get these glimpses of God. We can't encapsulate him in a single conversation, can we? And I said, well, no, sir. And life's not that way anyway. I said, "No, sir." I said, "You Americans want everything in a nice box with a bow on top, but it just isn't that way, is it?" And my friends, it opened up a wonder and a joy in the glimpses and the whispers of God, kicking the can down the road a bit when we converse with each other. We're not going to grab it all. Even these videos, they're just snippets, but they give us glimpses of eternity. That is your God, my friend. He is our incarnate conversation, always conversing with us. Tozer cites that passage in his book, The Pursuit of God, and how God is continuously articulate. Oh, my friend, let's continue to listen for the whispers of God.